this one grab you, folks? How does that intro grab you? It's not the usual UFO Buster Radio intro, that's for sure. But that's what I'm dealing with at the moment. That's it. That's what it was. Welcome to UFO Buster Radio News, episode number 200. And we're talking the search for aliens again, just like in 199. And like I said, everyone wants to get in. Everyone wants to know what's going on. Where is all this crazy stuff coming from? Back again, TGIF, for those of you who are still on Friday. The weekend is fast approaching. In Texas, it is freezing cold. Well, you know, it feels freezing cold because I'm a sissy about that. I like the warm weather. I don't like this cold stuff. Punxsutawney Phil lied to the world. Damn spring was not coming early at all. So, yeah, screw you, you rodent. Anyway, if you guys want to follow the podcast, there's only a few ways you can do it. One, you can do it on the app that you're using to listen to the podcast. And that is by saying, I want to subscribe. Plain and simple. Doesn't get any easier than that. The other thing you can do is go to Twitter at UFO Buster Radio. Go to Facebook, the pages Manny Moonraker and UFO Buster Radio. And on Instagram at Manny Moonraker. And follow, share, and share. Today's news article is more of the same. More of countries such as the UK and 6 other countries getting together to build something fantastic, significant, something that might give us some answers sometime in the future. That's right, these countries are getting together. They're saying, hey, let's not be left out in the cold out of all this research. We need to get together. The countries are Australia, China, Italy, the Netherlands, Portugal, South Africa, and now the UK. And you're asking, what the hell are they doing? By the way, I listened to yesterday's podcast, and I dropped the F-bomb about 40 times. When I'm not able to get on and podcast for a while, I have this anger that just builds up. It just builds up, and the F-word just starts flying out like crazy. I can't help it. That's the way it is. But I feel I'm a little bit more relaxed today. So we're going to talk about how the UK is joining a hub of international extraterrestrial hunting telescopes. An effort put together by now 7 countries to take a bunch of telescopes and basically build an array that's going to be looking for certain things. Now, the article, of course, is coming out of the, those folks over at, what's the name of those goddamn people? Express UK. Ha, ha, ha. Listen, I've said it before. Express UK, they have a lot of articles in it that are fucked up. That's my first F word. And, but sometimes they are the only people that report this stuff. So that's the problem, You got to take it for what it's worth. You got to do your research, and it's okay to go to the Express UK once in a while. Just don't make it a habit. Because, I try to expand my horizons. I try to look for news somewhere else. So basically, what the UK has joined is a Square Kilometer Array, or SKA for short. And there was a signing ceremony in Italy, or Italia, or Italy, whatever the fuck you want to call it. F-word number 2. And it's an international project, basically, to scan the cosmos using telescopes and thousands of individual satellite dishes that can, up to a million low-frequency antennas. I mean, there is a significant array here. It is huge. It is huge. It's the largest science facility on the planet and has antennas, telescopes across 3 continents, and the headquarters will be based in the UK. For those of you who live in Manchester, guess what? You can visit the SKA because it will be in Manchester, based right there. You've got some complaints about what the fuck they're not finding. That's where you need to go. But don't go there yet. It's going to take a little bit of time because they got to get the money together for this. It is going to cost, Now, I want you to hold on to your big girl panties because this is some expensive shit going on right now. And you can imagine, 7 countries, that's a lot of money. But you know what happens with a lot of these? When you look at these countries that were put into this list, these 7 countries, I would fuck bet, F word number 3, that the UK will probably have to pay the most out of all these countries, especially since they're the headquarters. But because these other countries probably don't have that much money to just, shit out of their buttholes to put into something like this. Now, the magic number for the construction for this array, scheduled to be underway in 2020, the magic number is over 700 million pounds. And that's a shitload of money in dollars, let me tell you. Wow. That is a lot of money. And when you get countries like the UK or even the US, whenever they join a fucking effort, no matter what it is, you can bet your bottom dollar or pound that they're going to pay the most cash out of pocket. And that money, of course, comes from you, the taxpayer. So the researchers are all excited. So here are some of the things that this SKA array is going to be looking for. And these are things that, of course, have been, from time to time, fabled to be signs of alien technology or stuff happening in deep space that could be related to other civilizations, which, a lot of people agree or disagree, care, don't care, give 2 fucks, 2 not. I'm going to stop counting the F words. We're just going to go with it. So the researchers are saying this, that the array itself is going to study gravitational waves and test Einstein's theory of relativity in extreme environments. It's also going to investigate the nature of the mysterious FRBs, or fast radio bursts, improve our understanding of the evolution of the universe over billions of years. Who gives a fuck about that? Map hundreds of millions of galaxies and look for signs of life in the universe, according to a statement by the SKA peoples. And, hey, fantastic. Let's get the bitch up. Why are we waiting till 2020? I know you're saying it's next year, but who fucking cares? Let's get it done. 7 countries? You guys gotta be fucking kidding me. You take 7 countries to build an array? Are you serious? Now, the UK's business secretary, Greg Clark, had a statement on this because, of course, they recently signed this in Italia, or Italy, or, the place where they got the pizzas. And Greg Clark said this: science has no borders, and the UK's hosting of the global headquarters of this international project demonstrates our leading position and influence in leading scientific collaboration and exploration. Well, isn't he the big fucking shot out in the UK? Listen, we all know. We all know that underneath the surface of all of this is a gigantic rubber dicking is coming. And I know some of you don't like that term. Some of you automatically go into your teenage years when you used to sneak to watch nudie films on HBO. It's not the kind of rubber dicking we're talking about. I think rubber dicking is more probably better related to a mind fuck. If you understand that, some of you go into the dark side. You start looking at things that you can correlate with rubber dicking. And the first thing you think about is your significant other's, rubber toy. Yeah, that's not what rubber dicking is about, people. It's about getting mind fucked by people in ufology and their stupid shit. Every once in a while, I got to come up here and explain that because people really think that I'm talking about vibrators. No, it's not a fucking vibrator. It's a mind fuck. 2 different things. Now, you could stick a vibrator in your ear if you feel like it, but fuck it. It's all up to you. I don't know what gets you off. When I say rubber dicking, I'm talking about ufology mindfuck. And we get that all the time. We get it from the government. We get it from people who write bullshit-ass books about research that regurgitate decade after decade after decade. That's what I'm talking about. Just, don't get yourself all worked up. Don't get your panties all bunched up. A rubber dicking has to do with getting lied to, getting railroaded in ufology. I'm sorry. You guys can complain as much as you want, but the term's not going anywhere. It's staying right here with UFO Buster Radio. Amen to that, sister. So that's the story. The link is in the description. Check it out. There's more to it. a little bit more information about this particular array and what it's looking for. And you know what? It's always a plus, right? We've been seeing a steady increase week after week, month after month of science really going in. I mean, they're diving headfirst into this bitch. They're not fucking around anymore. They want to get to the answer. They want to know what the truth is. Kudos to them. And again, these are probably people whose careers are shot anyway, right? So say, fuck it. There's nothing here on planet Earth. Let's go search for aliens, right? But the amount of attention it's receiving is fantastic, and it's good. And, and once in a while, these non-believers will put out an article somewhere saying, the search for alien is dead. We don't need to look for ETA anymore. People are tired of it. They'd rather see the Avengers and the aliens that joined the team there. That is categorically and emphatically not true. The search for alien life is going mainstream. It really is. You just got to look at projects like this one. It's not the MOD that's doing this, though I'm sure the MOD will have someone sitting a few levels under the headquarters inside of a broom closet listening to everything that the SKA comes up with. I guarantee you, a lot of these governments are going to be having their spy organizations tracking everything the SKA does, trying to get the goods on the information they're finding. And we all know, over the last year, those fast radio bursts have been a significant topic because they're moving around. And people have thought that maybe these are the artifacts of space travel. We've heard that many times. Maybe these are signals from another civilization. Whatever it is, we're not fucking sure. So hopefully the UK and these other 6 countries and their little SKA program will give us some information. That's really what we need. We need some details, motherfuckers. Sorry, I just went Samuel L. Jackson on you guys. By the way, he's one of my favorite actors. He should get an award every year. No one else can say the F word like he does. I mean, let's be honest. That's the truth. So don't forget to follow the podcast wherever we're located. Keep it coming. The interviews are coming. As a matter of fact, if you are a UBR Truth Seeker member, that's the Facebook group, and you are ready to get interviewed and tell your story, what happened to you, how it happened, when it happened, how many probes, how many no probes, how many times you wanted to be probed, the time is coming. We're only 2 weeks away from April, so it's time to get that first person on the docket for that interview. And it's going to be fun. I'm pretty sure of it, because it's going to be a good old time. So anyway, don't forget to follow the podcast. Share it with your friends. Share it with anyone that wants to listen. I appreciate you guys for listening. Have a good weekend. I'll try to get an episode out tomorrow, but you just never know what the fuck is going to happen. That's just the way it goes. Until then, enjoy this little outro for this alien invasion. It's a fantastic song, and ciao, bella.